Hi everybody, Sam Swenson here from the Swenson Law Firm. Today I want to talk to you about protecting your business from unforeseen liability. This is an issue that a lot of my clients ask of me, and they always want to know, what do I need to have in place at my business to ensure that I'm not exposed to unforeseen risk? Well, getting a business off the ground is a lot like raising kids. It's difficult. You got to put a lot of time and effort into it. And sometimes in raising kids, there's going to be trips and slips and falls and bumps and bruises. And when that occurs, you should probably apply I.C.E. The same concept applies in the business world. When you're trying to get your business off the ground and when dealing with unforeseen liability, remember the concept of I.C.E. I.C.E. First, you've got to have adequate insurance protection in running your small business. A lot of small businesses that are trying to get off the ground, they're trying to save money and they're trying to keep their monthly operating costs down. And so in doing that, a lot of them sacrifice insurance coverage that would otherwise protect them when liability does arise. Don't make that mistake. Nothing can drive you out of business faster or drive you into bankruptcy more quickly than not being insured for risks that may arise in the course and scope of your business. If you've got a general liability policy in place, that's great, but that may not be enough. For instance, if you have employees on staff, you may have an employee come to you one day complaining that they've been harassed or that they've been discriminated against based upon some sort of a protected classification like gender or race. Those types of lawsuits are not covered under a general liability policy. You have to have special insurance policies in place in order to protect you from those types of circumstances. Talk to your insurance broker. Talk to them about your business model. Talk to them about what you do in your day-to-day activities and make sure that they have a sound understanding of the types of situations and circumstances that may arise in your business. They can provide you with the types of insurance policies and coverage that you need to be protected. So that's the first concept, insurance. The second one, number 2, C, contracts. Contracts are a simple and cost-effective way of avoiding liability. What do I mean by contracts? If you are providing a service or selling goods to the general public or putting your hands on your client's property or person, you should have contracts in place that define the respective parties' responsibilities in that relationship. A good contract will provide for exculpation, indemnification, or some sort of a waiver or an assumption of risk so that you can allocate the risk of performing those services to your clients, to your customers. This is a good way of helping you to avoid unforeseen liability. Litigation may still arise, but in the context of a good contract, you may be able to dispose of litigation as quickly as it arises. So the second concept in protecting you from unforeseen liability, number 2, C, contracts. The third letter in I.C.E. E. What do I mean by E? Your entity. You've got to have an entity in place to operate a business under. And when I'm talking about an entity, I'm talking about a corporation, a limited liability company, a partnership, some sort of a legally limiting liability entity that you can operate your business under. These are statutorily created devices that allow you to avoid personal liability for a lot of the situations that arise in your company. A lot of people are out there operating their businesses as sole proprietorships, and that's fine. They may have insurance in place, and insurance is one piece of the puzzle. But if you're operating under an entity, you have a legally limited liability in place that will protect you and your personal assets from the reach of creditors or third parties when torts arise. Talk to a lawyer about setting up an entity that's right for your business. Corporations aren't right for everybody's business, nor LLCs right for everyone's business. Get an entity in place that's right for your business, that's structured for your business. And when you're creating this entity, talk to a lawyer about it. A lot of people go and get print forms off of Nolo or LegalZoom or some sort of a website document generating database. Big mistake. A lot of litigation comes out of those types of documents because they're not customized and tailored for your specific business. Also, those types of documents aren't looking at what your needs are. They're not looking at your business planning needs, and they're not putting the proper structures in place that you need to properly protect yourself. Talk to a lawyer. I promise you, every dollar you spend on a lawyer today is going to save you unforeseen and innumerable amounts of money, time, and expense in the back end when liability and when litigation does occur. So that's it. I.C.E. As you're growing your business, remember, in order to avoid unforeseen liability, always apply ICE. I hope this helps you in growing your business, and I hope that if you ever have any other legal needs or questions, give us a call at the Swenson Law Firm. Here at the Swenson Law Firm, our business is protecting your business.